What is going on, guys? It is your boy By2K, and today, man, I'm going to be bringing you guys a video on how to make tokens really quick and really easy in NBA 2K20 Myteam. I do bring this video to you guys about every single month, mainly just to give you guys kind of like an updated feel to the best ways to make these tokens. You know, sometimes there's new challenges that come out and stuff like that, so I'm gonna basically cover every like free way to make tokens, and then we're gonna get into like collections and stuff like that. So if you guys do enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like on it, would be greatly appreciated. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to consider hitting that subscribe button, and with that being said, let's get right into it. If you would like cheap and reliable MT, be sure to head over to NBA2King.com, use code BIO2K for 5% off your final order. So first thing we're going to do is actually cover the free challenges like I was talking about, basically free ways to get these tokens. Now, spotlight tokens or spotlight challenges are the best way to get tokens, I feel like, offline grinding wise, because these current ones and the historic ones, they do give you 6 tokens per team that you finish. I don't really think those are worth it. However, there is these Kobe Bryant spotlight challenges where not only are you going to make good tokens, but you're also going to get good MT, so I feel like it's worth it on both ways. But one of the challenges, you get 8 tokens. Another one, you get 24 tokens. And then when you complete the entire thing, you get 81 tokens, which I think equals up to what, like 113, 115. It's like somewhere around there. I think it's 113. But yeah, so again, completing these challenges, you're going to get a lot of tokens. And it does take around 4 or 5 hours to complete, depending on how quick you are. But like I said, you're going to be getting a lot of tokens out of these. And on top of that, you get like a diamond consumable pack, a free contract pack, a free shoe pack, and then I think a flash pack that you could pull, you know, Jordan, Vince, any of those guys. I don't remember who else is in there. But yeah, they're also, like I said, you're going to be making a lot of MT, so these challenges definitely are worth taking a look at and grinding through, especially if you guys, as long as you're watching Netflix or watching a stream or something like that, the time will go by really quick. And like I said, you get a lot of tokens and a lot of MT. As I was saying before, though, I don't really necessarily think that the the historic and the current spotlight sims are really worth doing, just because like they're worth doing, but not for tokens. You guys can see here, though, the decade ones are the ones that I do think that you guys really need to take a look at, because as you go through here, you guys can see you get 10 tokens, you get 15 tokens, and you get 20 tokens. So every team that you complete, you're going to be getting 45 tokens from, and there's 5 teams. So obviously, quick math in your head, 400, yeah, nice, 225 tokens. Really nice, really easy stuff to get right there. And on top of that, when you complete all 5 of these, you're going to get 5 free opals, 5 free pink diamonds, and then a free GOAT Larry Bird. So you're going to get a free like 99 everything card. So I do really recommend doing these as well, because they are worth it for the MT purposes, because you make a lot of MT from these challenges too. Just going through here, you guys can see each game has a good amount, and then again, you're getting an additional like 1,000 per game. So you're making a lot of MT. You're going to get a lot of tokens from these as well. And like I said, you're going to get a lot of free cards. So I do really recommend grinding these. They're not that bad. Honestly, if you just do 1 decade per day, you'll be fine. As long as you don't overdo it, you'll be chilling. Literally do 1 decade a day. You'll have it done in a week. Even if you wanted to do like 3/4 of a decade every day, like I said, you'll have it done in a week. So it's really not all that bad. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but the weekly challenges obviously give you 6 per. And as you go along, you guys are going to see that eventually they are going to get changed. It does go to 20, then to 15, then to 12. I don't know why they did it like this. However, there is this one for Magic where it is only 1 game, and I do recommend doing this. The only thing is, I do really recommend using an actual team, because you guys can see they have, you know, Magic, Butler, Rashard Lewis, Weber, and Kareem. And if you guys have ever played the computer on, I think it's like on Superstar or Hall of Fame, you guys know the computer can kind of cheese you. So I do recommend bringing in at least a decent team. And on top of that, just use Quick Through STS. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'll just show you guys really quick. Scroll over to your lineup screen, go over here, go to playbooks. You're going to go over to the current nets. It's a bronze playbook. It has a play called Quick Through STS. I have like a bunch of tutorials on spotlight challenges. Just go check out any of those. It'll show you how to set up the play and stuff like that. And yeah, it's really easy to beat the computer. You will score every single time down the floor. And then on defense, all you got to do is just kind of leave them open, but like, you know, kind of bait them in the shots and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really easy. But the weekly challenges, like I said, you're going to get 15 tokens just from playing 1 game. So it's actually pretty easy. It's like a 5-minute quarter game. So it's really not that hard either. You just, you know, again, it's like what, like 25 minutes, maybe 25 minutes to a half hour, and you're going to get a free 15 tokens. Now, I'm not going to talk about domination all that much just because I've covered that in every single one of these videos that I've talked about, but you do get 663 tokens from grinding out domination. So it's really up to you. Depending on where you are, it will get you, if you're starting brand new, you don't even have a single emerald yet, it'll put you halfway through the diamond board. So if you guys do want to, if you guys are already on the ruby board and you're like, damn, I really want to get to an opal, completing all of domination will get you to the opals right away. The only thing is, it is really time consuming. It's a lot of games, so it's really up to you if you want to do domination. Domination to me is only worth doing in the beginning of the year. The cards aren't worth it, like Dale Ellis, Sam Jones, Kemp, even Jason Richardson, like all these guys, they're not worth it, so I wouldn't really recommend doing that. However, like I said, a lot of tokens are made from there. Triple Threat offline is pretty cool because you guys can see the vault. There is 1 token and there's 10 tokens, and as you guys go up, depending on where you are, there's token rewards on there. There's like 1,000 tokens I think you get in total from grinding all of Triple Threat. So that's really up to you guys. If you guys do want to go through and do that, that's up to you again. But 1,000 tokens here. Plus, as you're going through, you have a chance to open the vault for free opals, diamond consumable packs, empty, and more tokens. It's really up to you. When they do like events like they are today, there is this vault event. A lot of the times when you open it, you will get 1 token, but sometimes you actually will get 10 tokens as well. So it's really up to you if you guys want to focus on there. Again, paying attention to events are really good too, because there was even an event, I think over the weekend, where every challenge you completed, every single 1 challenge you completed, you were able to get 2 extra tokens. So that's where you want to go ahead and complete these multiplayer challenges, like this one for 6 tokens. This way you'll get 8, all the single player like spotlight ones. And what it means by every challenge, like this is 2 tokens, this is 2 tokens, this is 2, this is 2, and this is 2. So really, if you're doing that over the weekend, it takes 2 hours to complete these. I mean, realistically, in a day, if you wanted to do, 8 hours worth of grinding, that would be what? That would be 20 challenges. So that's an additional 40 tokens. So really, if you're just grinding during these like events and stuff like that, you're still going to be making a lot more extra tokens than you had before. Now, talking about online game modes, you can obviously go through Unlimited and try to get tokens this way. I don't recommend doing Unlimited. Unlimited is way too stressful, even if you're, because like really you have to win at least what? I would say you have to win at least 9 games to actually get a decent amount of tokens. So I don't really think it's worth it there. Triple Threat Online, I've talked about this a lot. Triple Threat Online is by far, in my opinion, the best way to make tokens. Obviously, when you're playing, as long as you have 3 players with diamond contracts on it, you're going to keep going through the games. As long as you're winning, you're going to keep getting these boards. Every board should have at least 1 token. Obviously, you're going to get those boards that are like, 100 MT, 200 MT, and like 250 MT. Like, those ones suck. But most of the boards do have like that wheel thing on it that you can hit. Or actually, I'm sorry, it's only the last 3, I think, that have that. But anyway, there is the wheel that you can hit that obviously does have extra tokens on there. But like I said, every board should have at least some tokens on it. You're going to make a lot of MT and also get a lot of free like Galaxy Opals and stuff like that. So again, just a free game mode to grind out and get some easy tokens. Now, this is the biggest thing that I've talked about a lot in the previous one. So you guys can see I have all of these collections done between the Prime Series 2, the heat checks, and the current series. Going through these all, obviously you're gonna get 20 tokens per team. These teams are stupidly cheap. Like, they are stupidly cheap. Of course, I click on like one of the only silvers that are like actually going for something here. But you guys can see like a lot of these guys are going for under 2k MT. Okay, you know what? Maybe not. Maybe don't do the Sixers. Maybe avoid doing the Sixers. But like a team like the Cavs, Kevin Love is going for 800 MT. You're going to have, Tristan Thompson going for under 1,000. You're going to have Larry Nance Jr. going for under 1,000. Yeah, and you can go through these all. Like I said, most of these guys are going to be under 1,000 MT or close to it. And when you complete it, you guys can see you get 20 tokens here. And then you obviously have the West teams as well. We'll just go to the Kings. Sure, why not? You guys can see under 1,000 for De'Aaron Fox, under 1,000 for Buddy Hield. We'll go to a silver. We'll go to Dwayne Dedman. Dwayne Dedman is okay. Dwayne Dedman's like 4K because again, why not? But you guys get the point. Obviously, you're gonna have to spend a little bit here and there for some silvers and stuff like that. But again, you get 20 tokens for every current collection that you complete. Same thing with the Prime Series 2 heat checks. Going through here, these are gonna be really expensive now because they haven't been in packs in a while. So these ones aren't really gonna be all that good for you guys. But again, you get 25 tokens here. If you guys can manage to lock in at least one of these, I do suggest doing that. Coming back to the agenda screen, you guys can scroll over to the lifetime stuff. And the biggest thing of why I'm telling you guys to do that is because when you complete a current team from the West and a current team from the East, you guys will get an additional 20 tokens. So even though you're locking in for 20, technically you're locking in for 40. So it works on one for each side. So one for the East, one for the West. So actually you're going to be getting an additional 40 tokens there. And then same thing with the heat checks, but this time you're going to be getting an additional 50. So again, it is kind of worth locking in at least one team from each side. So this way you guys are going to be getting these additional tokens. A lot of people don't know about this sort of stuff. Like they don't like check these screens and stuff like that. If you guys haven't locked in 3 opals yet, you do get 150k MT as well. So just little things like that are obviously really good for getting you some additional tokens and stuff like that. The monthly things aren't ever that good. The weekly things aren't ever that good. Neither are the daily things. But these lifetime ones do have kind of good amounts of tokens and MT like hiding in them. So just in case you guys didn't know about them, just some easy stuff right there. Now, the other types of collections you guys can lock in for tokens are like these legacy series. They lock in for 200 tokens. But you guys can see a lot of these guys haven't been in packs in like forever. So you can pick up Bernard King actually for pretty cheap. You can pick up Sidney Moncrief for pretty cheap. You could probably pick up Myteam for relatively cheap as well. Yeah. And Earl Monroe. I'm not even joking. I think I'm going to lock this in on my no money spent account. If we can get Bill Wallen for cheap, we might be able to lock him in for a really good amount of tokens right there. Then again, Series 2, though, you guys can see it's the same thing, 200 tokens. Nate Thurman's going to go for a pretty amount right there. Maurice Lucas, he's relatively cheap. He's like 20K. David Thompson, same thing. He's like 15K. Mark Price, I'm sure is, yeah, under 20K again. So these guys, like I said, they lock in for 200 tokens. It is worth doing that for them if you can get them for cheap. Like if you can get all 5 players for under 100K, I think 100K trading for 200 tokens is actually worth it. You can lock in these spotlight players. Again, same thing. These guys go for relatively cheap. I don't necessarily know if these are worth locking in. You could for the most part. But again, that's entirely up to you guys. But the other ones that I think are somewhat worth locking in for, if you can get them cheap enough, that is the biggest thing here. So you guys will see here, I have a few of them locked in, are these flash sets. 200 tokens. Again, Clay, obviously he's going to be going for like 120K, whatever the case is. Larry Johnson, though, he's relatively cheap. Rod Strickland's cheap. Ryan Anderson's cheap. Zhao Qi is cheap. So these guys, if you can get these big name players for relatively cheap, like if you can get them for under 100K, I definitely think it's worth locking in if you have a lot of MT. If you don't have a lot of MT, don't worry about locking these in. But yeah, you guys can see I locked in this one for Lonzo, the Clay one. I think I had everybody for this one, but I didn't have Yao, and I wasn't about to spend 600K there. Same thing with this one. I actually had everybody for this, but I decided not to lock them in. But yeah, they are really easy tokens. Like this one's 125 tokens, so I don't even know if this one's really all that worth it. 200 tokens, though, I definitely think it is. Other than that, though, I don't really recommend locking in, you know, like this set. 75 tokens is cool, but again, Hakeem goes for a pretty good amount. Vince goes for a decent amount. Yeah, so it's not really worth doing that. So yeah, again, the only collections I really recommend are one like from the current set and the heat check set, one from the East and one from the West. But like I said, I actually do think that there is going to be a big update coming soon. Real quick, I'm going to open up 4 of these lights out packs on this account. And the reason why is just because I wanted to actually talk about these packs here, because a lot of people say, oh, you know, don't open them, they're not worth it. Here is the thing. If you don't care about tokens, like you don't want to, if you don't think you're going to get to the Galaxy Opal Collector level or the Pink Diamond one, whatever it is, right? These packs are really good for making MT. So that is 2 gold shoes right there, a bronze shoe, a contract, and Nick Young. So going through there and just quick selling that, Nick Young is 600K. Both of those shoes is probably, after I quick sell them, are probably going to, well, I think it's 300 per shoe, so that's another 600. So that's 1200 MT right there. And most of the time you will be getting, you know, coaches and stuff like that. So that's 1200 MT for one pack. If you continuously open these like I do on my no money spent account, believe me, you will get a lot of MT. So again, a shoe, an injury card, a jersey, and a player. Same thing. We're quick selling the player, quick selling the shoes, stuff like that. My biggest plan right now for this is on my main account, like on this account. This account is going to be strictly just for, you know, content purposes at this point. So what I think I'm going to do is when these packs get updated and, you know, there's these new players and stuff like that that do come out, or these new packs. I mean, I'm gonna probably do a big pack opening. Like, I'm talking like probably 500 tokens worth of packs for the new ones. So if you guys do want to see that, do me a favor and leave a like on it, man. Obviously, I'll waste all the tokens for you guys. I don't care. It'll be kind of fun to open them anyway. So we'll see what happens there. But like I said, these packs are really good for MT. So be sure you guys are sticking to it and just, you know, seeing what you can get. Galaxy Opal players that are worth it, though, honestly, the only ones that I think are worth it from the Galaxy Opals at this point are D-Rob, DeRozan, and Josh Smith. And even at this point, DeRozan's really good, but you already have T-Mac, Brandon Roy, you know, Walter Davis, Wade, all these guys that can play the shooting guard, Glenn Rice, all these guys. So he's not even really worth locking in for. You have Josh Smith, but like I said, Jeff Green, you have like what? Jeff Green, Darius Miles. You have Jeff Green, Darius Miles, Danny Manning, all those guys that are going to play the exact same. AK is a buy now, right now, so you can even pick him up for cheap. That's the same thing as Josh Smith. And then D-Rob, you already have Pink Diamond D-Rob. So a lot of these Opals I don't even think are worth going for anymore. The Pink Diamonds are pretty cool, like D'Lo, RJ, Spreewell, Embiid, Beasley, Aldridge. You know, a lot of these guys are pretty cool. But again, there's a lot of buy now or buyable cards that are really cheap, excuse me, that will play just as good as these guys, and this way you're not locking in tokens or anything like that. So at this point in the year, I do think these token packs are better to be opening. I wouldn't really open these though, because like I said, they're going to be an update soon, so I would stay tuned for that. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. I hope this video did help you guys out, man. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, man. We're pushing 60K fast. You guys killed the support the last month. If you guys haven't checked out my community tab yet, be sure to do so. There is a voting poll for the next all-time team. Obviously, I already know who's going to win because they're like a mile ahead. But feel free. I'm going to start putting in votes there every single time. So feel free to vote on that. But yeah, again, thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, peace.